Hello, everybody. So I guess to start off this video, just want to say I'm not monetizing this. The reason why I'm just doing this in video format is because it's easier for me to just speak at a camera than it is to type. But today, I was informed that we lost a friend of mine to cancer, Brian Fraser, otherwise known as iKabigon, on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and all that. It's actually a Jewish holiday today, and as such, we're not allowed to eulogize. So I'm not going to give a eulogy. I'm just going to say some nice things about a friend of mine. I knew Brian for 9 years. Probably met him around 2012, early 2013. I first knew of him from a YouTube collab group called what was the first one? God, there was a bunch of them. The main one that we had was Let's Players Unknown, but LPU was reformed from, it was such a long time ago. Let's Players Anonymous, I want to say. I think it was Let's Players Anonymous was the original, maybe. But I was brought into that group, and it folded, and we became Let's Players Unknown. And I got to know Brian through there, and I met a bunch of other amazing people through that group too. We're still all friends today, and I'm happy about that. But Brian is just very, very loud, very outspoken, very kind person. Very into sports. It was always fun around big games, whether it was baseball. I was a Yankees fan. He was a Red Sox fan. He's from Canada, and I don't know why he's a Red Sox fan. He was a Blue Jays fan also, but baseball games, hockey games, anything. Always an opinion, and it was fun having conversations with him on that. And just doing collabs on videos, seeing him around the community. He did, he wasn't a co-com on my streams, but he was with John and Tony, among other people, and it was always fun having him there. But a couple of years ago, he was diagnosed with leukemia, and for a little while, it seemed like, leukemia is give and take, whether or not it's going to be effective or not. But for a while, it seemed at least he was kicking its butt. Me being the cancer expert, because I had been battling my cancer for a few years already. He came to me, asking advice on what he was feeling from chemos and effects that I've had and how I dealt with things. So I tried to provide as much support as I could in that regard with my own experience. I didn't have leukemia, but cancer is cancer with that. And I tried to do what I could to help him through that, but he fought it, and he was doing pretty well. But then it started last year attacking pretty aggressively. And this year he made the decision that they would not be seeking further treatment, and you know, spend what time he had left, you know, not destroying himself with chemotherapy that, you know, really wasn't going to be working. I respected that decision. It is not an easy decision to make. Still sad, but I respect his decision there, and unfortunately that came to an end yesterday. He was, you know, speaking on a personal level, you know, he was always one of the nicest people that I'd known online. When I was going through my stuff, you know, he always made sure to reach out periodically, you know, just to see how I was doing. His kind words and encouragement. And you know, just stayed very, very friendly, very positive, very upbeat. Made sure that you know, what I was going through was doable on my end. And even when, you know, he had his own stuff going on, you know, we had some heart-to-hearts with uncomfortable topics relating to, you know, cancer and associated things that go on with you know, side effects and aftermath of treatments. And you know, I know that, you know, he didn't have a lot of people around him that he could talk to, but I don't have a lot of people around me that went through the same thing either. You know, I have a few, unfortunately I know a few people with cancer, and he was one of them, but it's very hard to talk specifics with someone who doesn't really understand what personally you have to go through. And while I was not happy that he had it, I still appreciated the fact that he would, you know, converse with me as well as me conversing with him about these things. Pretty much all of the interactions I had with him were just nice, friendly, and he's just a stand-up guy. You know, he was involved with back when I first got diagnosed. He was involved with raising money, helping to raise money for my hospital bills and stuff. You know, way back in 2013. He worked as an editor for a bunch of people, including the Cypher Wraith, which is a collab channel that I have with Wonderful Juans. And so he did editing work on some of the episodes there, re-editing also, and just a lot of a lot of support on that front. And you know, on his own, his content was funny. I enjoyed watching him. You know, I don't know. I still don't really have words. Like, I had a lot of conversations with him over the years with just about you know, videos and things. He used to do templates for some of my Let's Plays. So, like, you know, I'm just looking up here, Kirby Canvas Curse. He did like the video design template there, and we started a Pokemon we, not just me and him, but um, we were part of a Pokemon YouTube channel called Collab Camera Up as well, where we made some fun stuff there. He did some randomizer verses, which was really cool. And we always wanted to do something that never really got around to it. So it's hard to put into words. I don't know, just the effect of having a good close friend around, someone that, I didn't necessarily talk to every day, but someone that, like, if I was doing really bad, they would reach out, and he was that kind of person. His YouTube, Twitter, whatever name was iKabigon. Kabigon is Snorlax in Japanese. So I made an icon for him, and he, his Snorlax was kind of his thing. So whenever I have a Snorlax in a video game, I always name it Brian. And I'm going to continue doing that in his memory, but it's always a little memory. Yeah, I don't know, just looking through conversations here. Just, very, I don't know, very nice. There's, every friend group has friction, whether it's a lot or a little. But you sometimes you run into people that despite repeated interactions, you never really get problems with them. And it doesn't say, it's not something bad for people that you do have friction with, because a friend is a friend. And sometimes just things clash because you are not the same person. But sometimes you run into somebody that you just never have a problem with. And Brian was one of those people that I just personally never had any problems over many years, especially through all these different groups and things. I always could count on him. And I just last thing I really spoke with him about was a week ago. I just DM'd him because I knew that he wasn't doing well. He was taking turns for the worse, and I just wanted to send him some strength. So I just was able to have a short conversation with him, just reminisce about some memories and shenanigans and charity marathons and things, and just tell him I appreciated him. And just asked him if forgave me for any shortcomings as a friend that I might have had. But he had some kind words for me there too. Last thing Sorry. Last thing he wrote to me at the end of the conversation is just, he used to call me his brother, brother in arms. That's, I love you, brother. I love you so much. It's been tough lately. No end in sight this time, but we'll make the best of it somehow. That's what he did. He got a bad hand, but he made the best of it with the time he had left. It's up to us to carry on and continue making the best of it for him. I'm going to miss you very much. It's not going to be the same without you, bud. We'll make the best of it. Somehow. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Very much appreciate all of you. Remember to tell the people around you that you love them. Before it's too late. Rest in peace. And here's hoping in the future we only have good things to share with each other. Thank you.